Yeah, yeah, man. Let me start this off by saying it's Jason, aka Sychopath, your boy, Jersey City stand up. I want to do my little commentary here because I see everybody's giving a little 2 cents and shit on the Method Man, Joe Buttons beef. I think it's something that's interesting. It's something different in hip hop. We haven't seen this in a while from two artists who hold credibility to me. I'm gonna start it off by saying mainly I'm a fan of both. I've been a fan of Joe since his first album when he was doing mixtapes in JC with Hitchcock and Ransom, the 18 niggas, Jersey City stand up, you know how I do. Been a fan of Meth even longer since I was in grammar school, you know what I mean? Like that dude has been my favorite rapper of ever. So I could be biased in a sense in that way, but I love Joe. Joe, one of my favorite artists, you know what I mean? So to me, this whole issue started over the Vibe magazine brackets of the greatest rapper ever, you know what I mean? And Joe has his opinion. Every man has his opinion. But I think where it went wrong is he picked somebody out of the lot of people when there was 128 or so, I believe, to start with. A person who I don't think nobody who has any knowledge or common sense of what good rap is should have been picked out. Now, in a battle, Joe's a battle rapper. So it's likely if they just straight battle face to face that Joe will win. I give him that, you know what I mean? Because Joe's nice. He gets it in. Meth even said it. But as far as rapping, which includes your style, which Joe has a lot of style, your cadence, your stage performance, the way your versatility on every beat, it's not even close. Like I think if it was a battle, Meth could hang in there with Joe. But as far as making songs, and I don't mean pop and selling songs, I mean just making good songs that a huge realm of people could fill, it's not close. Yo, Meth is one of the best MCs ever at just making songs, whether the beat's grimy, gritty, fast, girl track, party track, smoking track, whatever the case may be. So I side with Meth on it overall. Joe's entitled to his opinion. I understand his opinion, and I see why he feels that way because Joe is that nice. He should maybe not have been seated where he is. But I think that's a Vibe magazine bracket, which tells you right there you can't really like hold that to no real credibility. And then even further than that, you got to take into account what people have done because when you say the greatest rapper ever in a magazine type sense, it's going to include sales and your relevance and how many people like you and the kind of songs you had on your resume. And if you include that all in it, Joe's lucky he's on that list. You know what I mean? He really is. He's only on that list because of fans like me who purchased both albums and people that come on here. Because I see a lot of people comments, they be like, "Yo, Joe's a nigga. Yo, niggas can't fuck with Joe." A lot of we know Joe's tough. You know what I mean? So that's why he made it on that list. Other than that, he may not have made it. There were so many whack niggas on our list because I've been voting now all them shits. I think it's on like the third round, man. It's like a good out of 128 to start with, like a good 70 whack niggas who really not that strong. That just maybe had good sales or something they did, like MC Hammer, so on and so forth. You know what I mean? So I feel like to pick out somebody who's lyrically good, that's had good songs, that's not been overly pop, that if on some crazy shit, if fucking aliens came to the world today and you said pick a nigga to represent to give them one understanding what hip hop is, if somebody people pick Meth, I would have no problem with it. I think he's a good overall, a good overall explanation of what hip hop is about and how it's done. Like Jay Z, like Nas, like maybe the other people from the Wu, like the RZA, Ghostface, LL Cool J. You can go on and on. It's a lot of people that if you pick them, I wouldn't have a problem with it. You know what I mean? Or even to be more common sense, like if you have a dude that comes from Africa and he never really heard rap, and you want him to know what rap's about. You pick Joe Buttons, man. I'd be like, damn, dogs, Joe's nice, but this is maybe not what you needed to give them a well balance. If you pick Meth or like Nas or like Jay Z, I'd be like, cool, you know what I mean? Bet. Now, he should, if he don't know what hip hop is now, he won't know it, you know what I mean? So you gotta look at it in other ways. I know people got their commentaries. I feel everybody's opinion. This is my opinion. Joe's wrong for the way he did it because he picked out the wrong person, and he picked out a person that throughout hip hop is not only a legend, but has always been on the hardcore side of hip hop and more to the streets. And you don't walk around in the streets and go talking about some nigga and expect them just to say, "Oh, okay." You know what I mean? It doesn't work like that. So people can't be looking at this on some dumb shit like, oh, why he won't battle him, why he won't rap him, why would he battle, why would he rap him? Niggas don't, people who like that and people who've been consistent like that usually don't want to talk about it. don't want to, race for it. You know what I mean? They're going to just let you know how they feel. And that's how it is. You know what I mean? My man, I ain't going to front and be nice because I got a funny feeling. Like, for example, for y'all, when cannabis came out, I remember when cannabis came out, he was way hotter then than Joe Buttons is now. When cannabis came out on that 4321 remix with DMX and Meth and Red, yo, everybody in the hood was buzzing. Like, this dude cannot be stopped. LL Cool J track that he went against him with wasn't nowhere near harder than the shit he was saying. Nor was the shit he said in that song really hard. But it was hard enough and so hard that you didn't expect that. It was like, damn, like L still got it. And that's the same thing that could happen to Joe, because Meth still got it. And I think it's a closer disparity in lyrical skill from Joe Buttons to Method Man versus how it was with Cannabis to LL at that point in time. And you see what happened? So Joe need to just, like Meth said, get his money. Niggas like me fuck with Joe. So, you know what I mean? He always gonna have a certain fan base to always have more money than a regular cats like us, you know what I mean? Regular working cats. You know what I mean? I got a good job, but I'm still a regular working cat. So his talent has already gotten him somewhere. There's no need to be like that. And if you're gonna be like that towards niggas that you feel like, you know, you can be better than, or that you deserve that, you've earned that right to say something to them. I seen his little close to personal shit he was talking about, like, oh, if somebody say I'm better than him, I would say, I think I'm better than him. And I understand the confidence point of it, but it is what it is. You be lying to yourself. We all know in the scope of rap in general, not just a battle that you said or hard living, who's better, you know what I mean? And I don't even like Eminem. I only bought like maybe one Eminem album. I think it might have been a Marshall Mathers LP. I'm not a super fan of Eminem, but when motherfuckers say to me Eminem's one of the best rappers in the world, I don't deny that shit. It's obvious, you know what I mean? It don't take somebody but common sense. Some niggas that hate just to hate, but just common sense. I'm like, cool, you know what I mean? So it is what it is, man. Y'all people holla at your boy. I got a video up here. Me and my family rapping, the Grammy family from Jersey City. Me, Sychopath is on there, Tiny and Black Math. Y'all can go to YouTube, just put Crack a Dutch. Crack a Dutch, rolling it up. Crack a Dutch. Put that in your search. Now, I mean, our video will come up and you see what it do. You got comments, leave them. I'm all for it. I'm honest, I'm open. I feel everybody's opinion. So holla at your boy. Peace. Yeah, yeah.